to Cincinnati cornerstone, Coney Island, marking its first century this weekend, I should say. Coney's turning 100. Tonight, a lavish birthday celebration planned at the park's Moonlight Gardens with music, cake, and the dedication of a time capsule that'll be opened when Coney Island turns 125. Deb Arnold tells us now about the first 100 years.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Coney Island.
For 30 years, Charles Stanley called out that welcome to visitors of Coney Island's Midway. He was part of a tradition that began 100 years ago when a fellow by the name of James Parker turned his apple orchard into a picnic grove. Of course, there were a lot of traditions that grew up over the past century. Some have been passed on. Some have become a memory. The rides, the Island Queen that ferried parkgoers to and from downtown Cincinnati, the romantic dances at Moonlight Gardens with the Glenn Miller Band or the Dorseys helping to woo your date. It's been a long time since the big band sounds filled Moonlight Gardens and since the kids lined up to ride the Wildcat. But to hear some tell it, it's almost like yesterday.
There was something about this that was special. Coming up on the Island Queen, that was the big one.
And it was a real treat. It was impressive, and I'd never seen anything like it.
No doubt about it. For those who grew up here, Coney Island was part of growing up. Still is, for that matter. But way back when, things were even different at Sunlight Pool. There was sand where the grass is now, and
the last thing you had to do before you went out into the pool was walk through a series of showers, which were they would almost tear your skin off. And that's the thing I remember more than the sand.
Of course, there were other memorable experiences, some more memorable than others.
I found a lifeguard here and I married him.
Regardless of the changes Coney's gone through over the years, there's one thing that's remained constant: the sentiments of those who passed through the entrance gate.
This kind of a place is needed, and it should stay open forever.
Or at least for another 100 years. At Coney Island, Deb Arnold, Channel 9 News Watch.
Thanks, Deb. This weekend, the kind of weather we need. It should stay this way forever. That's next from Bob.